Hey everybody, Sean from Media Assault here, and it's time once again for another movie review. This is my long-delayed review of Snowpiercer from 2014. Although I believe the movie was made in 2013, it was released here in the United States in 2014. This is a movie I really wanted to see for quite some time. I bought it on Blu-ray, and about, I think, 3 or 4 days later, it showed up on Netflix as available for free streaming. So there you go. I really didn't need to spend the money on it, but I put off watching it until just until last week, mainly because I hadn't been able to find time to watch it, but also because I wanted to review it for you guys, but I had a problem with my computer. My hard drive died, so I wasn't able to actually edit anything until I replaced it. So I didn't want to watch the movie and then wait forever to review it. So I apologize for that, but I did promise that I was going to review this movie. So what is Snowpiercer about? Well, it takes place in the future. I think it does quote a year, but I don't remember what that year is. And what happens is global warming, or climate change, which is the more accurate term for it, has finally wreaked havoc on the planet. And the governments unite and they decide that they're going to shoot this chemical into the air that's supposed to bring the temperature of the planet down to a more manageable level. Well, what it actually does is it freezes the planet. It basically creates a worldwide winter, and the only people left are on this train that is powered by a perpetual motion engine. Say that 3 times fast. And it just travels endlessly around the globe. And it takes a year for it to complete one circular orbit, if you will, circumference of the Earth. So basically the people who are on board this train can tell how much time has passed basically by where they are on the planet. The film picks up 17 years after the train has begun its journey and the world has plunged into this deep freeze. And what you have is a series of, the film sort of tells this tale of social stratification where the rich and the elite live towards the engine, towards the front of the train, and the poor and the destitute live towards the back of the train. And the film picks up with the latest in a series of revolutions, if you will, is about to take place, and the crew, or not the crew, but the people, the passengers in the back of the train have decided that they're going to try and make their way to the front of the train to get what they feel is deserved, or what they deserve, because they've been, as they feel, unjustly or unjustly kept in the back of the train eating these protein bars that are mainly good only for sustenance. There's no taste to them, apparently, and they're really unpleasant to look at. They're these black gelatinous cubes or rectangles that they have to eat. I don't want to spoil too much about the film. That's probably even more than I should have given away. But the film has a fantastic cast. Chris Evans plays a man named Curtis, who is the somewhat reluctant leader of this latest revolution. John Hurt plays Gilliam, who's sort of the spiritual leader behind the revolution. Tilda Swinton plays Mason, who is sort of the right-hand person, if you will, of Wilford, who is the one who designed, runs, and rules the train. Wilford Industries is credited on a lot of the fixtures on the train, and it is Wilford who commands the train and sort of has set these rules by which the social classes are defined by him, and he's also in charge of what is taught on the train to the children of the train. It's kind of interesting, but Tilda Swinton plays Wilford's right hand enforcer. Ed Harris plays Wilford. A couple of other notable performances. Jamie Bell plays Edgar, who is sort of the companion to Chris Evans' Curtis. He sort of looks up to Curtis as a father figure in a way. And I'm probably going to massacre this guy's name, but Kang Ho plays the security expert that the people from the back of the train use to sort of provide the intelligence to get to the front of the train, because he designed all the security systems on the train. And there's a little twist with his character as well that I won't give away. The film is based on a 1982 graphic novel, French graphic novel. And I've never seen it. I don't know anything about it. But the film, while technically based on a comic book or a graphic novel, really doesn't seem like that. It actually seems like more of a throwback to the science fiction movies of the 1980s, albeit with a more modern visual twist. It's really action-packed. There's a lot of action sequences that are really inventive and imaginative, because all the action takes place on this train that is endlessly moving. So there's always a feeling of motion, whether it's inside or outside of the train. And it's just really, really visually inventive. I really, really liked it. It was directed by Joon-ho. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. He's also responsible for The Host, another South Korean, more of a South Korean kaiju film that came out in 2007 or 2006. And that one was really good, but I liked Snowpiercer a lot more. And I really have to give a shout out to Chris Evans' performance in this movie. He plays a very nuanced character, and his character becomes, this may sound like a natural progression that should happen in every film, unfortunately it doesn't, but his character becomes much more well-defined as time goes on, and he's an interesting character, so you want to learn more about him. And you can't really say that about too many science fiction or action movies. So I really, really enjoyed this. It's really original. It sort of falls apart at the end just a little bit, and I don't know if it's because of there's nowhere else to go with the story, both literally and figuratively. But it just towards the end it started to lose me a little bit, but it still remains immensely watchable. If you're a science fiction fan, you have to watch Snowpiercer. It is an absolute modern day classic, and I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. So there you go. That's my review of Snowpiercer. Expect more videos more regularly now that I've got even more technical problems fixed. The hard drive is ready to go, so I can do some editing and we can get some videos back on the channel. So thanks everybody for your patience. And as always, feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.